Based on a series of points, the GeoPack Best Fit tool can determine the best fitting line, curve, or alignment using a combination of least square methods and other residual-based computations. Next, I'm going to go over the look and feel of some of the basic tools using Best Fit. So I will just experiment with include, exclude icons and the preferences display color and hover over each icon to see what it is. To get to the Best Fit tool, from coordinate geometry, we press Tools, Best Fit. To insert the points in the Best Fit tool, we can do this two ways. The first one would be get points from Navigator. I'm going to select points 1 through 24. And press Get Points from Navigator again. The other way would be from a MicroStation power selector or from a selection set. Using the power selector, I will create a selection set and press select GPK points or MicroStation elements from selection set. The point that's highlighted or selected in the Best Fit tool dialog will have a circle around it on the screen. I will go into Preferences, ID point, toggle on Windows Center, and select a point in the Best Fit tool dialog. The point selected, which is 24 in this case, will be in the center of the screen, and so on if I keep on doing. The offset text is also displayed, offset from the point location to the Best Fit line. If I press invert list, notice how the text direction has changed also. If I change the maximum offset tolerance from 1 to 0.5, any offset distance larger than 0.5 will be displayed with red color. Watch what happened to point 24. I'm going to toggle off display and toggle that on again, and now it's larger than the tolerance. If I return this to 1, toggle this on and off, it's back to the yellow color, which should be the minimum offset. I'm gonna toggle off Windows Center, close the preferences. I'm gonna press ID, and you can ID into any point on the screen. The point will be also selected in the Best Fit dialog. We can exclude points from the list by clicking on the dim light bulb. Notice it says no. Or by double clicking on the point also. Notice it says no also. Points, in this case, point 23 and 24 will not be part of the best fit alignment. If you want to completely ignore a point, you must highlight it and then click the delete icon. And notice that the root mean square is set to 0, or the value that it displays is 0 after we exclude points 24 and 20. In the next example, we're going to force BestFit to generate a common maximum shot distance error. The maximum shot distance setting should be set to a distance just above the maximum distance between any two consecutive points that are to be best fitted unless supplemental graphics are added. Using Power Selector, we will select the points from the screen. And notice the error. There are points with distance between them larger than the maximum shot distance setting. In Preferences, we can check what's the maximum shot distance set, 100, and the distance between these 2 points is 108, larger than the maximum shot distance value. That's why we got that error message. And the points are sorted incorrectly. The first point on the list is point 64 over here, when it should be the point over here, which is point 50. It's at the end of the list. There are two ways to fix this problem. One is to change the maximum shot distance in the preferences to be greater than 108 in this case. And the second way would be to add supplemental data to the selection set. So in preferences, we're gonna change this maximum shot distance to 110, larger than 108. Select the points again. This time we didn't get the message. This time the points are sorted correctly. The first point on the list is point 50, then 53, 54, 57, 58, 64, and so on. I'm going to delete all the points from the best fit dialog. I will change the maximum shot distance, I will change it to 50. This time I will use the second option, which is to add supplemental data to the selection set, which I will do by adding a line between the point over here and the next. I will include the line this time in the selection set. The points are sorted correctly. And we have also generated temporary BF points, or best fit points. These temporary points are used for MicroStation elements and can be used the same as any other point. But if we try to save these point list or temporary points in a file, file save or open doesn't work with these temporary points. Only PCs and PTs are valid GeoPack points, and those are recognized in the save file, a file with an extension BFT file. For instance, I'm gonna save one of those files, but first I'm gonna try to create a curve by selecting point 51 here and go to the insert curve button. And at this point, that point 51 will just be like as a PI. I'm gonna move the PC and the PT down, and notice if I zoom in, there is a curve there. My temp points, my temporary points are still there. I'm gonna save this file or this point list with a name. Press OK. If I open the file with any editor, notice that the file has GeoPack points